I just wanted to show you a bit more about the joystick I've been using in the last two game videos I did. I built this joystick out of a wine box, and it's got it's a cheap knockoff Samoa clicky joystick, but it's fine. I can't remember what make the buttons were. I don't think they were Samoa, but they're still pretty premium. These extra 5 buttons in the middle actually came with the cheap joystick. I did used to have a different joystick in there, which is why there's a couple of extra holes. And on the sides I've got 2 buttons each side for playing pinball. So one will be a flipper, one will be a tilt button, and I think that button there I usually then define to be the push forward button. Around the back it's got a USB connection for when you're plugging it into the Raspberry Pi or RetroPie or computer or whatever you're plugging it for, and then I've wired in from an old broken joystick. So it's got this was for the Amstrad Sinclair Spectrums, and this one is for any Atari standard, and it works on an Atari 2600, the Commodore 64, the Atari 800. So that's all good. So there's a couple of changes I've made. So basically it works with the works on the old computers when you don't put any power in it. I wouldn't want to put power in it at the same time because it's all just basically double wired inside. And what I've also got is a couple of switches. I don't know if you can see them there and there. And basically, if you push that one up, this now becomes up, and if you push that one up, that now becomes down. So for platform games, that's perfect because then the joystick just does left and right. That will be a jump, and that'll be it. And that'll be sort of, say for Chucky Egg, that'll be climb ladders, go down ladders, which is generally easier. Or the other thing you get is if it's a game that's a run and gun game on old computers, quite often up is jump. So now you've got a separate jump button, and also it's easier not to accidentally hit crouch if that's on there. So that's all those switches do. The switches in the middle are basically for when it's running in USB mode, and they give you auto fire. And some other bits and pieces in there. They're not labelled. I can't remember what they all do. There might even, I think there's a start select, and these are the auto fire sort of. There's rapid fire, auto fire, rapid fire, and cancel, I believe, on those ones. And you can basically set any button, any of these 8 buttons, to be in rapid fire mode, which is quite cool for some old games when they've been emulated on RetroPie or something like that. I won't open it up because the wiring inside is horrendous, and it's one of those things where it's temporary wiring, just proof of concept, see if it would work, with the added joystick cable on there, and it's just an absolute mess, and it needs all kind of gutting and redoing again. Okay.